Joy, Lola, and Miriam are three young women who live in the bustling street of Lagos, in the heart of a run-down neighborhood. They shared a tiny, dilapidated apartment, their dreams bigger than the walls that confined them. Joy, Lola, and Miriam had been inseparable since childhood, but the weight of poverty now threatened to tear their bond apart. Joy, pragmatic and fiercely determined, believed hard work and discipline were their only way out. She dreamed of starting her own fashion line, often sketching designs on scraps of paper. Lola, fiery and impulsive, was tired of scraping by. She craved luxury and excitement, yearning to break free from the chains of hardship. Miriam, the quiet and idealistic one, was caught between the two. Her love for her friends often placed her in the role of mediator, though she carried her own unspoken burdens. One evening, Lola returned home with a spark in her eyes and a secret to share. "I met someone," she began, her voice low and conspiratorial. "A woman named Madam Bianca. She's loaded, and she said she could help us." Joy frowned. "Help us how? People like that don't just hand out charity." Lola rolled her eyes. "Not everything has to be a scam, Joy. She runs in circles we can only dream of. She's invited us to her estate this weekend." Joy hesitated, but Miriam, ever the peacemaker, suggested they at least see for themselves. The weekend came, and the trio arrived at a sprawling mansion on the outskirts of the city. They were greeted by Madam Bianca, a woman who exuded power and sophistication. Her diamond-studded necklace caught the light as she welcomed them warmly, her voice smooth and commanding. The party was a spectacle. High society figures mingled beneath glittering chandeliers, their laughter laced with secrets. The air buzzed with decadence, from trays of exotic cocktails to whispered conversations about million-dollar deals. Madam Bianca took them under her wing, introducing them to wealthy business people and celebrities. For a moment, it felt like a dream, until the whispers turned darker. Conversations about side hustles and special favors made Joy uneasy. She pulled Lola aside. "This isn't right," Joy warned. "Something about this feels off." Lola brushed her off, her eyes sparkling with ambition. "This is our chance, Joy. Don't ruin it with your doubts." Later that night, Madam Bianca offered them an exclusive opportunity. She spoke of wealth, influence, and the power to control their destinies, but it came with a price. Her offers were veiled, but the implications were clear. The road she offered was paved with lies, manipulation, and dangerous favors. Joy declined immediately. "I'll make it on my own terms," she said firmly. "No shortcuts." Lola, however, was enthralled. Miriam, torn between loyalty to her friends and her instincts, hesitated. Madam Bianca's words echoed in her mind. "A girl like you will never see success playing by the rules." As weeks passed, their paths diverged. Joy threw herself into her work. She juggled multiple jobs while taking online courses in fashion design. Her journey was grueling, marked by rejection and sleepless nights. But she found an unlikely ally in a local seamstress who mentored her and helped bring her first designs to life. Lola dived headfirst into Madam Bianca's world. She became the face of exclusive parties where she mingled with Lagos's elite. Money flowed freely, but so did danger. Lola didn't just enter Madam Bianca's world, she became its star. With her quick wit and bold charisma, she quickly gained Madam Bianca's trust. Bianca began grooming her as a protégée, introducing her to the shadowy underbelly of the business. Lola wasn't just a pawn, she was learning how to play the game. The stakes kept rising, and Lola found herself entangled in illegal dealings. She couldn't escape Miriam, still hesitant, watched from the sidelines, uneasy about Lola's growing confidence. "This is dangerous," she whispered one night. Lola, draped in silk and diamonds, waved her off. Dangerous? No, Miriam. This is power. But power had its price. Lola began noticing inconsistencies. Wealthy clients disappearing overnight, whispered arguments in Bianca's office, and a locked room that no one dared to enter. Curiosity gnawed at her, but Bianca's affection blinded her to the warning signs. Miriam tried to stay away, but one day, Madam Bianca approached her with a proposition. I have a client who needs a trustworthy face to close a deal. Just one transaction, and you'll earn enough to take care of your family. Tempted, Miriam reluctantly agreed. The task seemed simple, a delivery to a businessman in Victoria Island. But when she arrived, the businessman turned out to be a government official. The package contained confidential documents that implicated the official in a corruption scandal. That night, Miriam confronted Madam Bianca. What are you using me for? She demanded. Bianca's calm demeanor cracked for the first time. You're useful, Miriam, but if you don't want to be, that's fine. Just remember, people who ask too many questions don't last long. Miriam was terrified, but the money was life-changing. Against her better judgment, she stayed. Meanwhile, Lola's rise within Bianca's network wasn't without consequence. Her confidence turned to recklessness as she began delving into the mysteries surrounding Bianca's operation. One night, she bribed a housekeeper to let her into the locked room. Inside, she found rows of passports, IDs, and dossiers on various people, clients, officials, and even employees. Her own file was there, too, detailing her family's weaknesses and debts. The realization hit her like a blow. Bianca didn't trust anyone. Everyone was expendable. The last straw came when she stumbled upon a document implicating Bianca in human trafficking. A horrifying revelation that made Lola question everything. She decided it was time to leave, but leaving wasn't an option in Bianca's world. Lola confided in Miriam, urging her to leave with her. She's not just running a business. This is a trap. We're all in danger. Miriam, still scared but loyal, agreed to help. They decided to collect evidence and anonymously tip off the authorities. But Bianca was always watching. Lola, now deep in debt to dangerous people, devised a desperate plan. She convinced Miriam to help her embezzle money from Madam Bianca, collect evidence, and anonymously tip off the authorities, believing it was the only way to break free. As they gathered evidence, the plan spiraled out of control. Madam Bianca uncovered their betrayal, and her retaliation was swift. Miriam was arrested during a raid orchestrated by Madam Bianca herself, who had tipped off the authorities to protect her own interests. Lola received a call from Bianca, inviting her to a private meeting. Lola, suspicious, but unwilling to let Bianca know her intentions, went. Bianca revealed everything. You're clever, Lola, but you underestimated me. Did you really think I wouldn't know what you've been up to? Bianca's enforcer emerged from the shadows, his gun drawn unbeknownst to Bianca. Lola and Miriam had already tipped of the authorities and sent evidence of her illegal dealings. As Lola tried to escape, she was shot by Madam Bianca's enforcer, and immediately the sound of sirens filled the air. Bianca's calm facade cracked as armed officers stormed the premises. Chaos erupted. Madam Bianca escaped through a hidden underground passage, but she was declared wanted. However, her enforcer who shot Lola was unable to escape and arrested. Freedom came at a cost. As Lola died on her way to the hospital from the gunshot, Miriam remained in prison. Meanwhile, Joy's perseverance paid off. Her unique designs caught the attention of a prominent influencer, and her fashion line, Threads of Hope, gained traction. She became a symbol of resilience and integrity, her story inspiring countless young women. When Joy heard of Miriam's imprisonment and Lola's death, guilt and grief consumed her. She visited Miriam in jail, where her friend broke down in tears. "I thought I was strong enough to handle it," Miriam confessed, "but I was just a pawn in their game." In the months that followed, Joy founded a nonprofit organization to support women in underprivileged communities, teaching them skills to achieve financial independence. At the launch event, she shared their story, not as a cautionary tale, but as a testament to the choices that define us. "The road to success isn't easy," Joy said, her voice steady, "but shortcuts come with a price, and sometimes that price is everything you hold dear." As the crowd erupted in applause, Joy looked skyward, silently honoring the friends she had lost. As you reflect on this story, ask yourself, what kind of success am I pursuing, and at what cost? Let the lives of Joy, Lola, and Miriam remind us that integrity, hard work, and perseverance pave the way to lasting achievement. Stay true to your values, even when the road gets tough. Help others rise as you climb, just as Joy did with her nonprofit initiative. Be cautious of opportunities that seem too good to be true. They often come with hidden dangers. Let's build a world where ambition is guided by integrity, where success uplifts communities, and where the choices we make today inspire future generations. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and follow for more captivating stories that mix culture, mystery, and life lessons.